Hey there guys, this is Piper here and welcome to another Rome Tour battle. So this is a 1 versus 1 battle replay from the RV4 tournament. This is between CoH Dionyzos versus HoS Gwyndane. And in this matchup it is Germania versus Thrace. CWB rules apply: 15k, no line camping, and max to hidden in the swampy area. So it's Germania versus Thrace. We'll go through the armies fast. Dionyzos has 6 units of Gothic Cavalry. Looks like all these guys are gold. I think one was actually 5 upgrade. So 6 of those guys. 2 Barbarian Cavalry. 1 is 4 upgrade, 1 is 5 upgrade. He's gone with the Chosen Archers. 6 of them, no upgrade, because they're quite expensive in low denarii. And 6 skirmishers, and these guys are cheap units that can throw javelins. They're quite fast as well. So check out HoS Gwyndane's army fast. He's gone with Thrace obviously, so he gets a slightly better pike than Germania. He's gone with 6 phalanx pikemen, and he's made the general gold 1 chev. Right, so he's got 3 units of gold 1 chev pikemen, and the other 3 are... yeah, so the other 3 are the same. So basically 6 gold 1 chev, 2 militia cavalry, that one's 5 upgrade, that one is 6 upgrade, 6 archers, the archers are 5 upgrade, and 6 Greek cavalry. These guys are just gold. So Dionyzos put on the right flank 5 units of Gothic Cavalry. The archer was already started, but obviously Gwyndane can't reach the Chosen Archers. They have a range advantage. He's actually just shooting the skirmishers. And he's charged in the Gothic Cavalry, caught that unit of Militia Cavalry right there. That unit of Pikemen's in loose formation, out of pike formation. And Dionyzos is going to catch those units of Greek cavalry, and there's not really any pike in this area that can support the cavalry. He's got a unit of pike at the back there. They're not in pike formation, and Dionyzos is going to absolutely destroy the Greek cavalry, because these guys are one of the best cavalry in the game, and the Greek cavalry are one of the poorest light cavalry in the game, so they won't stand a chance versus the Gothic cavalry. That's a good play here by Dionyzos. Routed a fair amount of Greek cavalry. They're down to 12, 11. They'll probably come back from routing. Charging in the Gothic cavalry again. And that was a direct charge against the pike, but these guys were in loose formation. So that was good plays here by Dionyzos. And on the left hand side, he's charged over his other unit of Gothic cavalry. And they're doing a lot of damage to the Greek cavalry on Gwyndane's right flank. So again, well played to Dionyzos, doing a lot of damage here, really catching the Thrace light cavalry. Whilst through all that, he's actually using his Chosen Archers and getting some pretty decent shots in there. So going in there for another charge with the Gothic cavalry, and it looks like that's going to be the end of the Thrace light cavalry. He's got 1 unit left, that is down to 6. Quite beneficial for him to actually save that unit. And he doesn't actually save that unit. So Dionyzos will probably withdraw his Gothic cavalry here, shoot up the phalanx pike with the archers, and then try and catch the enemy archers with his light cavalry, which he's doing here. So basically Gwyndane's pushing everything in against the Gothic cavalry. He's leaving his archers vulnerable. These guys are going to get shot from the back from the Chosen Archers, and he's also going to get caught by the light cavalry. So leaving his own archers exposed there, and they're also facing the wrong way. And that's going to be 2 units of archers routing right there. So a lot of archers actually routing here. So the danger here from Gwyndane is the fact that he's quite close to red line. Any archers that route here will route straight off the field. So that kind of nullifies the speed advantage for these archers. It actually turns an advantage into disadvantage because they rout off the field faster. And Dionyzos is keeping his light cavalry in the back. He has withdrawn his Gothic cavalry. It's going to be quite difficult for Gwyndane to actually pull this back because the Gothic cavalry, or the chosen archer warband, they virtually have all their arrows left, and these guys actually are pretty good on the melee stats. And there's 6 of these guys. You also got a couple of units of the skirmishers. So 1 versus 1, obviously the pikemen will beat the chosen archer warband in melee, but there's a lot of these guys and they'd have tons of arrows left. So I'm not too sure if Dionyzos actually lost his gen right there. I heard a sort of a cutscene saying about a general or somebody routing. And a charge here against the pike from Dionyzos. And he's going to withdraw his cavalry right there. So both units of light cavalry are routing. So it's important here for Dionyzos to actually spread out these archers. He doesn't want to keep them all bunched up together. Makes it easier for Gwyndane to chase them down. So you probably want to try and space these guys out and really try and separate the phalanx pikemen. Because the more the Dionyzos is bunched up, the greater chance that you might get caught and get routed off the field. But you can see here is some volleys of arrows going in there versus the phalanx pikemen. These guys are very tired, and it says here panicked by fire attack, which will be taking away morale from the pike soldiers. So the fire attack doesn't have the accuracy and speed of regular arrows. It takes longer to reload, but they do an extra damage on the morale. And there's good plays here by Dionyzos, doing some rear charges there versus the archers, keeping these phalanx pikemen away from the other ones. So the more separated these pike become, the harder it becomes for Gwyndane to make the pike box and protect the flanks. Because you all know about pikemen or phalanxes, they're very powerful against frontal attacks, but they're very weak versus sides and rear attacks. So right here we have Dionyzos, and he's actually getting some good shots in the rear of that phalanx pike. They've actually routed there. He switched to flaming arrows. And this is where it becomes really difficult for Thrace, because these units have archers from all sides. And especially the chosen archers, they have the long range ability. So these 2 units there are now vulnerable to routing. It says here exhausted, panicked by fire attack. Wouldn't really be surprised if these guys actually rout quite soon. It's a bit pointless play here from Gwyndane. He's chasing a unit that's virtually, it costs like 300 denarii and they have no upgrades. It's better for Gwyndane to keep his pike together, try and make some sort of box, but in all honesty the battle's probably beyond him now because there's too many archers left and the cavalry's still there as well. Still unit on the right hand side, the phalanx pikemen, and the dangers just became here the fact that they've just been outflanked, so they're being shot from both sides. Obviously again panicked by fire attack. These guys are probably right quite soon, I'd imagine, from the low morale. Round the back, great job by Dionyzos. All these soldiers are getting routed off the field. So these archers that are coming back, they're down to 7, they're down to 4. They might come back from routing, but keeping units here, making sure they rout off the field. Again, got the archers here, got the archers from all sides, and they're doing a really good job versus the pike. So how are these units doing up here? These guys are exhausted. So in 1 versus 1, the archer warband probably would win that in melee. These guys are winded, far higher in morale. However, it says here, concerned because the general has fled the battlefield. So that cutscene at the start was Dionyzos' general actually fled, which is always bad for barbarian factions, but Gwyndane's just admitted defeat there. Obviously the battle was too far beyond him. Not enough cavalry left to chase down the archers. So that was a good battle there. Well played to both players. Well played to Dionyzos. Good use of the Germanian faction. Very aggressive from the start, catching all those units there. Maybe he's caught Gwyndane slightly by surprise, being so aggressive at the start, and managed to rout all the Greek cavalry and militia cavalry fairly easily. So thank you for watching this battle replay. Stay tuned for the next battle replay, which should be up next. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. This is Piper signing off.